Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Muy buenos días, damas y caballeros. I'm Ana Maria Rodriguez, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. The UTPA faculty, university administrators, university staff, and our community of UTPA graduates welcome you to the Fall 2010 Morning Commencement Ceremony. This morning, we are honoring the Colleges of Business Administration and the College of Education. Will everyone please join us in the singing of our national anthem led by the UTPA Men's Quartet?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, gentlemen. What a beautiful way to begin our commencement ceremony this morning. Will everyone please take your seats? We want to extend our gratitude to the UTPA Brass Choir under the direction of Dr. Scott Reeder for the wonderful music they're providing us this morning. It is now my pleasure and privilege to introduce the members of the stage party, whom I will ask to stand and be recognized. I ask that you hold your applause until all the members of the stage party have been introduced. Mr. Martin Baylor, Vice President for Business Affairs. Dr. Calvin Phillips, Associate Vice President for Enrollment and Student Services and Dean of Students. Mr. Bob Lim, Vice President for Information Technology. Ms. Janice Odom, Vice President for University Advancement. Dr. Ala Kubaj, Vice Provost for Faculty Affairs. Dr. Wendy Lawrence Fowler, Vice Provost for Research and Sponsored Projects. Dr. Teofilo Ozuna, Dean, College of Business Administration. Dr. Salvador Hector Ochoa, Dean, College of Education. Dr. Carlos G. Velez-Ibanez, Presidential Motorola Professor of Neighborhood Revitalization and Director of School of Transborder Studies, Arizona State University, our guest speaker for this morning. Mr. Tomas Isnaga, UTPA Alumni Association Vice President. The announcer for this morning's ceremony is Ms. Dina Herrera Garza, news anchor for KRGV TV Channel 5. And last but certainly not least, I have the honor of introducing you to UTPA's 8th president and our leader, Dr. Robert S. Nelson. He comes to us with a distinguished career in educational leadership and community service. Dr. Nelson is a literature and philosophy scholar, experienced administrator, award-winning professor, published writer, and author. He earned his PhD from the Committee on Social Thought at the University of Chicago. His PhD fields of specialization are modern literature, modern philosophy, and modern political theory. Please help me welcome the President of the University of Texas Pan American, Dr. Robert S. Nelson.
The lights are really bright. If I have any power at all in the world, maybe we can dim them a little bit so we can see the audience and enjoy the day. Good morning. Bienvenidos a nuestra universidad y su casa. Welcome. We're glad to have you here. This is a day of great pride, a marvelous day, a day that you can take honor in and that you will celebrate and remember for the rest of your lives. Here before us are our candidates for bachelor's degrees, for master's degrees, and for the most coveted of all degrees, the doctoral degrees. Members of the class of 2010, my sincere congratulations. We celebrate you, and we celebrate the promise and the power of knowledge. Remember always that you stand on the shoulders of those who came before you, of those who helped you, of those who helped you make that struggle become reality so that you could be as successful as you are today and that you will be able to share in the greatness like they. There have been many UTP Pan Am alumni, people like forensic scientist Joe Marchand, Raytheon engineer Lisbeth Trevino, our own Congressman, Ruben Hinojosa, our own state senator, Juan Chuy Hinojosa, cardiac surgeon, Dr. Robert Feldman, actor Valente Rodriguez. We could go on and on at the people who have graduated from this great university and gone out to represent that university. These are the people who walked through the halls before you walked through the halls of UT Pan Am. And now you get to carry on their legacy and build an even greater legacy for everyone out there. While they were going to college, they had to work jobs just like you had to work jobs. While they were going to college, they raised families just like you raised families. And they sacrificed, but they remained steadfast. They remained focused on the dream of a college education, the dream of making a difference. My hope is that you will go forth and change this world, that you will make this world a better place for everyone that you meet, that you will represent Pan Am as the standard bearers, as the leaders, that you will contribute to your community, your state, and your nation. Today, we will graduate 1,400 people. Think about it. 1,400 people will graduate today. Only 25% of the people in the Valley have a bachelor's degree. You are increasing that number today. You are making a big change. Now, I might get emotional now, and if I do, forgive me. One student will not graduate today. He will graduate posthumously. Victor Alvarez. He was a writer, an artist, a motivational speaker, and a Bill Gates Millennium Scholar. I was fortunate when I first came to UT Pan Am. I lived in the dorms for that first month, and I got to meet him. Like many who knew Victor, I was amazed at his energy, his brilliance, and his desire for knowledge. And I was even more amazed when I learned of his struggle. All of his life, Victor suffered from spinal muscular atrophy, a disease that causes the deterioration of the muscles, and he was confined to a wheelchair. When he was just 9 years old, his birth mother expected him to die, and so did the doctors, and the doctors said that he would die. And so his mother took him to a comfort house, a home for the terminally ill, and left him there. He couldn't read or write, and he barely knew any English. Amid the dead and the dying, Victor found life. He was nurtured by the nurses, the caretakers, the patients, and their families. He found out his mind could take him places where his body could not go. And he excelled. He excelled at learning. He excelled at living. Victor would have graduated today with a double major, in history and general studies. And he would have graduated with honors, with a 3.7. He dreamed of getting his PhD. He dreamed of teaching at UT Pan American. I hope some of you will come back and teach there. I hope that you will live his dream. He once said in a speech to the Texas Council of Special Education Administrators, "We are like stars. Some of us live to grow old. Some of us die young. What matters is that we shine brightly every day of our lives." Victor Alvarez died at the tender age of 23. He was a big star. He touched thousands of lives on our campus and elsewhere. He was an incredible example of perseverance, of greatness. In the next ceremony, Victor's adopted mother, Yolanda Morada, will walk across the stage. And she will accept his diploma. On your shoulders is Victor's legacy. Live up to it. Be the bright, shining stars. Shine for Pan Am. Shine for the Valley. Shine for Texas. Shine for humanity. Be there for them. There are tremendous leaders here. And there's one group that I want to point out right now. A group of 29 veterans who have returned from Iraq and Afghanistan. And they will receive their degrees today. 7 of them during this ceremony. These graduates were called away from Pan Am, from their education, to serve their country. And we have a tradition here at Pan Am. We salute them. Would the members of the military that are here please stand, please rise. Valley veterans, we on this stage and we in this audience, and I in particular, salute you. We salute you for what you've done for this institution and for all of the fallen heroes of South Texas. Congratulations. Since the beginning of the war, as I said, Pan Am has graduated more than 1,600 veterans. It's just amazing. I have a distinct honor right now, and that is to be able to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Carlos Velez-Ibanez. He's the Motorola Presidential Professor and the Director of the new School of Transborder Studies at Arizona State University. Throughout his distinguished career, he has contributed significantly to the field of anthropology, and particularly to the understanding of the contemporary lives of Mexican and Mexican-American populations. His focus is research in urban Mexico, southwestern United States, and in Puerto Rico, and on the education in particular of children. The emergence of socially viable communities, the role of women in politics, the development of cultural identity, the political economy of the border life, and the social basis of economic survival. And I could go on. I could talk about the 8 books that he's written. His book, Border Visions, is especially important. And I could talk about how he's a former fellow of Stanford Center for Advanced Study, that he's already an emeritus professor of anthropology from California, Riverside. But instead, I want to talk about what he talked about last night when we had dinner together. We talked about what it means to be an exemplar, what it means to carry on a heritage and to lead others. And we talked about what the most important thing that we, the faculty, can do at Pan Am, and that is educate others. And that was the key. And in his heart is that desire to educate and find new ways to educate. And he was impressed by Pan Am because he saw what we're doing here, and he knew the miracles that we were creating. I have a new friend, and he's a good friend, Dr. Carlos Velez-Ibanez. Please.
Buenos días. Voy a compartir nomás unas palabras en español para estar seguro que todos estemos al pronto en nuestra meta hoy, y es que nuestros hijos y nietos se reciban en un modo tan honorífico que no les puedo compartir. He tenido la oportunidad de ir a muchas partes y nunca he estado tan impresionado con el pueblo, con la gente, con la comunidad y con estos estudiantes. Entonces, de parte de mi ser, les quiero compartir estas pocas palabras que quizás tengan un sentido para todos ustedes porque lo han vivido. There have been many of us, and from the past, that have come from places and spaces where things were hard, difficult, and as you say around here, dang near impossible. Some of us came from old places and fought the warrior Comanches when you were known as Españoles Mexicanos in el siglo XVIII, and greeted the American colonists as they crossed into Texas. Some of us later crossed the new line at this border created 160 or so years ago in order to make a better life for yourselves, and you persisted. Some of us came from small ranchos and farms where our common ancestors dug out a living in the midst of depressions, famines, and wars, but you overcame them. Some of us worked in the fields bent over with short hoes and prickled fingers from the dreaded celery, but you stood up and said, basta. Some of us came from the cities where opportunities were limited and dangers lurked many times around the mean streets of the neighborhoods. But you not only survived, but you excelled. Some of us went to poor schools where our languages were erased when spoken to, but you answered in your ancestral language anyway. No nos borraron. Some of us came from places where you worked for low wages and backbreaking labor, but you organized yourself and proudly formed mutualistas, voluntary associations, and yes, that dreaded word, unions. Some of us came from the colonias where there was little but barren scrub brush and low desert, but you built communities from scratch and contributed to the economic health of the region, despite the sufferings of bad roads, poor communication, no schools, contaminated water, wells, and overflowing sewage tanks, and you are here anyway. Others of us built small and important businesses when there were none and from nothing. And sometimes you and your parents built their walls themselves with your own hands, and here you are still standing. Some of us, barely 17 years old, went off to different wars and battles, from Appomattox to San Juan Hill, from Normandy to Saipan, from Pusan to the Chosin Reservoir of Korea, and from Hamburger Hill to Hue, Vietnam, and then to all of the other wars, including Afghanistan, Iraq, Bosnia. And some of us returned, and some of you returned, some shattered, while others bounced back to finish high school and went on to the university on the GI Bill. From that, many of you came. Now you're in a different place and space. from that which you enjoyed only a few years ago when you were freshmen. And here at this fine university, you have had to sacrifice greatly, moving almost unmovable obstacles to get here. Many of you attended classes and learned greatly, while all the time you had to hide your so-called status as an undocumented person, even though you had lived an American civil life and you achieved, succeeded, and excelled. Many, if not most of you, worked 20 to 40 hours a week in deadly jobs, and tired and exhausted, still managed, sleepy-eyed and droopy, to attend classes which allow you to create so many of your future possibilities. You sometimes didn't know when the next penny was coming for tuition, fees, books, and transportation, but you overcame these with hard work. And yes, those ugly words, student loans, which in part have forced us to hawk our financial future like I did as well. And even for some of you that came from more privileged contexts had to deal with the negative and awful effects of the economic turndowns. But even then, some of your parents said, "Mija, mijo, lo hacemos, no te preocupes." And they scrimped and saved. And your dreams at night were also filled with nightmares of how you were going to manage next. And these were filled with anxieties about failure, and you were ashamed of how ashamed expectant teachers and parents were going to feel if you failed. Yet you flailed on, pushing out those nightmares, y con ganas you fought and excelled. Sometimes the pressures from home, and especially for you young women, were especially difficult of trying to maintain responsibilities at home with parents who did not quite get what you were doing and wondered how 4 to 6 years of study in something that could not touch your field was going to lead to a job. And yet there were many of us and many of you who felt the love and compassion of your parents, who in spite of them not quite knowing what you were learning, they backed you up 110% and eased all the other pressures and anxieties that university life also creates. And such support really came in handy when the jobs, the work, the assignments, the papers, the timelines, and when all the other aspects of university life come crashing down on you simultaneously, you could go to them and they would listen. And that was enough because they could only support you further with love. In either case, with or without support, you excelled, and here you are. Some of you felt peer pressures from your old schoolmates and neighborhoods that you were changing and talking funny. And sometimes this led to your being pegged as pretenciosa. And these friends started pulling away from you and you from them. At times you felt lonely and lost in these buildings which housed, as my father used to say about the university nearby where we lived, all the world's knowledge was contained. And despite these emotional merry-go-rounds, you strived and you went ahead and treated new learning and learned new learning spaces and places so that this knowledge would become part of yourselves. And nothing and no one can now remove it, and you have achieved it by your excellence. And perhaps for some of you, this was the first time also for more serious emotional relationships which somehow were different from those that you had experienced previously in high school or with the puppy love of middle school. Because the university is a serious and fun place to be, these new relationships took on different shape and cast. And they seemed more mature than those of the past because now these were constrained and partially defined by your newly found knowledge and excellence of how to think, and how to know, to know. So as happens, many times some of these relations soured and you were emotionally impacted upon so that your studies were debilitated, but somehow you came through those. And those of you sitting here now next to those newly found relationships, they may or may not last, and you may have to jump through more emotional hoops in the future, but your excellence and achievement will not be lost. There were others who are here now with us who had already had families to support, children to raise, bills to pay, and took classes and succeeded. And the sheer calculus of trying to balance all those aspects deserve our deep respect. Some of you came here back from wars, and although scarred and wounded by the experience, yet here you are succeeding proudly. Semper Fi for my brothers. Some of you failed your first semester, or perhaps more, and took time out and came roaring back, and here you are with a 3.5 GPA. Some of you overcame terrific disabilities that no person not so disabled can understand, of the sheer courage of conviction, commitment, and sacrifice that are necessary to call up in order to be here today. Yet you all achieved in extraordinary ways. So here you are now, after overcoming all these obstacles, overturning many negative expectations, and succeeded in becoming simply excellent. Like your forebears before you, you are made of special stuff. You are made of the right stuff. And importantly and crucially, you are graduates of the University of Texas Pan American. Now go out there and show them what you're made of. Que Dios los bendiga. Gracias.
Thank you, Dr. Velez-Ibanez. Very inspiring. It's a pleasure to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to present the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees to be conferred this morning. We will present the candidates for degrees by academic unit. One of the most gratifying parts of presenting candidates for the bachelor's degrees is the recognition of undergraduate students whose academic work at the University of Texas Pan American has been outstanding. Students with a grade point average of 3.9 to 4.0 graduate summa cum laude with highest honors. Those with 3.7 to 3.898 graduate magna cum laude with high honors. Those with 3.5 to 3.69 graduate cum laude with honors. Will all the students graduating summa cum laude this morning please stand and remain standing? Summa cum laude. Will all the students graduating magna cum laude please stand and remain standing? Magna cum laude. Will all the students graduating cum laude please stand? Let's recognize the achievements of these students with a round of applause. Thank you. Please be seated. Each student who has achieved these grade point averages will be recognized individually as they are awarded their degree. Dr. Teofilo Osuna, Dean of the College of Business Administration, will now present the candidates for doctoral degrees, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration.
Gracias, Dr. Rodríguez. Buenos días a todos ustedes. Es un honor, un privilegio estar aquí con ustedes celebrando esta gran ocasión de nuestros estudiantes que reciben hoy sus títulos universitarios. Graduates from the College of Business Administration, your faculty are very proud of you. You took the challenge to come to the university and seek a degree. You took the challenge to go to the classes, to take the exams, to go through the rigorous work that our faculty provide. And you took that challenge and you find yourselves here now. Our faculty and I believe that you'll take up the challenge again, that you'll go out and you'll help transform this region, build prosperity, not only here in the Rio Grande Valley and in Texas, but in the Americas. We believe in you. We believe you'll be the next business leaders of America, and I know you'll make us very proud. Will the candidates for doctoral degrees in the College of Business Administration please stand? I would like to recognize these individuals, acknowledging their hard work and dedication. I will read the titles of their dissertation, as well as recognize the chairs of their respective dissertation committees. Lakshmi Balasubramanian, Hospital Investments in High Technology and Community Services, the role of local market on insurance. Dissertation Committee Chair, Dr. Cynthia Brown. Jung Hoon Lin, Entrepreneurship in Multinational Corporations and Capability Development of Domestic Firms, an exploratory study in the U.S.-Mexico border region. Dissertation Committee Chair, Dr. Jane Lamaster. Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you these doctoral candidates in the College of Business Administration as evaluated by our faculty. They have completed all the requirements for their respective degrees. Please be seated. Will the candidates for master's degrees in the College of Business Administration please rise? Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you these master's candidates in the College of Business Administration as recommended by our faculty. Thank you. Will the master's candidates please be seated? I now acknowledge the candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration to please rise. Dr. Rodriguez, I present these bachelor's candidates from the College of Business Administration as recommended by our faculty. Please remain standing. Will the doctoral candidates and master's candidates please join the bachelor's candidates in the College of Business Administration and please rise. Dr. Rodriguez, it is a privilege to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Business Administration. Those who stand before you have completed all academic requirements, have been recommended by our faculty, and are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Osuna. Candidates in the College of Business Administration for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees, you are acknowledged. Please take your seats. Dr. Salvador Hector Ochoa, Dean of the College of Education, will introduce the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Education.
Thank you, Dr. Rodriguez. Dear graduates of the College of Education, I, along with my faculty colleagues, would like to personally congratulate you on your wonderful accomplishment today. Many of you may consider that your relationship with Pan Am started when you were a freshman at UTPA, but it started long before then. Like you, my relationship with UTPA began even before I graduated and attended UTPA, and you may ask why. The reason is your connection with UTPA started because the majority of you were educated by teachers who are graduates of the College of Education who worked in our public schools. 95% of the teachers that we produce stay and work in the Rio Grande Valley. So I'm a beneficiary, as well as you, of those who came before you, who graduated from the College of Ed and devoted their lives, their efforts, and their passion to bring you, to prepare you to be ready to graduate and begin your college career. And your relationship with UPA does not end today. It continues because now it's your turn. It's your responsibility. It's your legacy to educate the next generation of Rio Grande Valley students who will come to UTPA. And understand that your legacy and your importance doesn't finish today. It truly begins because it's your turn to pay it forward. And I challenge you to transform the lives of the children of the Rio Grande Valley as your lives have been transformed and mine was transformed because I had the privilege of being educated by alum from the College of Ed at UTPA. I encourage you to continue your degree and get your master's degree, and for those getting your master's to continue to get your doctorate. Felicidades. Dr. Rodriguez, it is my privilege to present the following doctoral candidate in the College of Education. I will read the title of her dissertation as a tribute to her hard work and dedication in accomplishing this important milestone in her academic career. I will also acknowledge the chair of her dissertation committee. Will you please stand? Martina Flores. An investigation of high school dual enrollment participation and allied health program enrollment in a South Texas university. Doctoral Dissertation Committee Chair, Dr. Marie Simonson. Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you this candidate for her doctoral degree in the College of Ed as evaluated by our faculty. She has completed all of her requirements for her respective degree. Thank you. Please be seated. I present the following master's candidates that have written thesis as a part of the rigorous graduate program. Will these candidates please stand as I read your name? Mercedes Huerta, in the Department of Curriculum and Instruction. Gilda Rios, Department of Educational Leadership. Will all the candidates for master's degree in the College of Education please rise? Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you these master's candidates in the College of Education as recommended by our faculty. Will the master's candidates please be seated? Will all the bachelor's candidates for degrees in the College of Education please rise? Dr. Rodriguez, I present to you these bachelor's candidates from the College of Education as recommended by our faculty. Please remain standing. Will the doctoral and master's candidates please join the bachelor's candidates and rise? Dr. Rodriguez, it is a privilege to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Education. Those who stand before you, who have completed all academic requirements, have been recommended by our faculty and are entitled to receive their respective degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Ochoa.
Please be seated.
Candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees in the College of Education, you are acknowledged. Will all of the candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees from both colleges please rise? Dr. Nelson, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Texas Pan American, I am privileged to present these candidates for doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees. Each candidate, in the best judgment of our faculty and subject to final confirmation, has completed all the requirements for his or her degree. I recommend that the appropriate degrees be awarded at this time.
This is the good part. By the power vested in me by the state of Texas and the University of Texas System and Board of Regents, upon recommendation of our faculty and subject to the final confirmation of the completion of degree requirements, I hereby award these candidates their respective doctoral, master's, and bachelor's degrees, along with the rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations pertaining thereto. Doctoral and master's and bachelor's candidates, please come forward to receive your degrees.
Graduates, please be seated as the commencement officers on the floor prepare to bring you on stage. Thank you. As part of our strong partnership with our local media organizations, we're privileged to have Ms. Dina Herrera Garza, news anchor from KRGV TV Channel 5 this morning and Channel 5 News at noon, as a professional announcer. Thank you, Ms. Garza, for contributing your time to this event.
Good morning, everyone. It is such an honor to be here with you today. I just want to thank everyone here at UTPA for inviting me to share, to be a part and share in this joyous, momentous occasion. So we're going to get started right now. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Business Administration. Candidates for a Doctor of Philosophy are Lakshmi Balasubramanian, Jung Lim, The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Education. The candidates for Doctor of Education are Martina Flores, The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Business Administration. The candidates for Master of Accountancy, Hoi Wen Liu. Carolina Mullick. Eduvina Rodriguez. Roberto Soto. Iracema Trevino. Candidates for a Master of Business Administration are Marco Brede, Gabriel Gallegos, Darla Y. Garcia, Francisco J. Hernandez, Alyssa Karina Peña, J. Peña, Hector E. Rocha, Gerald Frank Williamson, Chinye Wu, graduating cum laude Ariana Acosta, Lidia Alameda, Cristina Castillo. The candidates for dual degrees in Master of Science in Accounting and Bachelor of Business Administration are graduating magna cum laude Nidia Garza, Israel Gonzalez, Mario Gonzalez, Bernice Ortiz, Angel Perales, Rachel Marie Rodriguez, Carla Elizabeth Sotelo, candidates for a Master of Education are Maribel Acevedo, Paula Alejandro, Rosalinda Camero, Leo Canales Jr., Javier Cantu, Nisa Nicole Carlson, Valdemar Castro, Renee Chastity Cervantes, Lorena de la Cruz. Heather Lynn Elias. Adán Garcia. Elizabeth Garcia. Guadalupe Yasmin Garcia. Beatriz Garza. Marisa Gonzalez. Rebecca Lisette Hinojosa. Kevin John Kelly. Cesar A. Limas. Melissa Loredo. Leslie M. Maldonado. Zach J. Martinez. Sylvia Alicia Mejia. Lily Montalvo. Marisa Munoz. Mónica Munoz. Patricia Munoz. Juan Pablo Olivan. Adrián Osuna. Josabad J. Palacios. Abraham Reina. Liliana Rios. Angélica Lee Rodríguez. Elisa A. Rodríguez. Cristina Rubio. María Trinidad Rubio. Mónica Amadita Salinas. Consuelo Vallejo. Tomás G. Villagómez. Celine Villarreal. Candidates for a Master of Science are Jason Guajardo Arriaga, Shannon M. Plaba, Brenda Lozano, Alicia Isabel Ramirez, The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Business Administration. The candidates are for Bachelor of Arts, Norma Iliana Flores. Candidates for Bachelor of Business Administration are Aaron Daniel Alanis, Elsa Leticia Almazan, Urian H. Antaldua, Jacqueline Nicole Arevalo, Jessica Leah Auger, Jesus Alfonso Avalos Jr., Linda Marie Ayala, Sally Marie Balderas, Angela M. Barba, Marta Alicia Barrera, Norma Celeste Barron. Odette Surina Calzada. Johnny Reyes Campos. San Juanita Canchola. Jennifer Jeanette Cantu. Daniel E. Cárdenas. Andrea Patricia Carrera. Iris Casiano. Gregorio O. Castillo. Rena Diane Castillo. Jacqueline Cepeda. Diana Charais. Kelly Elizabeth Chapa. Diana Chavero. Rebecca Chavez. Nina Sirik. Eric Omar Contreras. José Alberto de León. Daniel Cruz. Jonathan Davila. Mario A. de León Jr. Sylvia de la Cruz. Consuelo de la Rosa. Graduating cum laude, Luis R. Delgado. Gaspar Díaz. Adriana Domínguez. Laura Escobedo. Alfredo B. Espinosa. Myra A. Pavela. Jessica Marie Farias. Marlon Doyle Fields. Graduating cum laude, David O. Flores. Luis Farias, that's Luis Frias. Excuse me. Gerardo Ivan Galvan. Gilma Sofia Garay. Blanca Garcia. Ellis N. Garcia. Eric Alberto Garcia. Luz Elisa Garcia. Michael J. Garcia. Miriam Garcia. Omar Garcia. Vanessa Edith Garcia. Marisa Garza. Nathan Rick Garza. Saúl Hernán Garza. Victor H. Garza. Ismael Godínez. Alberto A. González. Aleida Dolly González. Ana Cecilia Gonzalez. Celine Bernice Gonzalez. Jesus Gonzalez. John Eric Gonzalez. Maita Gonzalez. Graduating magna cum laude, Nereida Gonzalez. Graduating cum laude, Norma Edith Gonzalez. Sergio Gonzalez Jr. Graduating cum laude, Gabriela Rodriguez Guerra. Gerardo Guerra. Ricardo E. Guerra. Cassandra A. Guerrero. Felix Gutierrez. Joshua Samuel Heaton. Jose G. Herrera Jr. Adriana Hinojosa. Jose E. Gutierrez. Emma Thelma Jaramillo. Graduating summa cum laude, Harpreet Kaur. Graduating cum laude, Eric Jose Leal. Isaac Leal Jr. Paulina Linan. Myra A. Llamas. Manuel Alejandro Longoria. Adán López. Cindy López. Gloria D. López. Graduating magna cum laude, Maria Cristina López. Graduating magna cum laude, Marianela López. Graduating magna cum laude, Dacia Lozano. Alma Rosa Luévanos. Juan R. Macías. Idalia Magaña. Nadim Maldonado. Mariano Manzano Jr. Abraham J. Martinez. Okay. Carla Karen Martinez. Manuel Martinez Jr. Rosa Isela Martinez. Jerónimo J. Mendoza. Joaquín Daniel Mendoza. Ruben Ivan Mesa. Ernesto Adrián Monita. Nidia Annette Monita. Graduating cum laude, Cassandra Raylene Montes. Mayela Guadalupe Morales. Raimundo Morales. Robert David Moreno. Jesus Piña. Adriana Margarita Navarro. Ismael Nogues. Rosa Isela Ornelas. Eric Pacheco. Graduating cum laude, George D. Place, Jr. Yesenia Puente. María Ramírez. Zulma Yashika Ramírez. José María Ramón. Uriel Ramos. Patricia Reina. Lucio Alberto Rodríguez. Rosalinda Rodríguez. Vidal Ruiz Jr. Victor Sainz Jr. Claudia A. Salinas. Isbel Salinas. Norberto L. Salinas. Marlene Sandoval. René A. Sandoval Jr. Ricardo Sarkis. Sara Sepúlveda. Ruby Solis. Marianne C. Tagle. Aldo René Tapia. Beverly Trejo. Alejandro Treviño. Thomas Joseph Tucker. Angela D. Uribe. Nancy Valdez. José Roberto Velez. José Luis Venegas. Adrian Villagomez. Graduating cum laude, Daniela Wilcox. Graduating cum laude, Juan Lapat, Wangchinda West. Graduating magna cum laude, Nidia Zamora. Janica Renee Zavala. Sarah Barron. The following are the candidates for degrees in the College of Education. Candidates for a Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies are Belinda Alvarado, Jennifer Alvarez, Ruby Barbara Arevalo, Martha Rocio Arechiga. Graduating magna cum laude, Heather Teresa Aratia. Lilia Eunice Barrios. Nimia Alejandra Bradford. Karen Lee Browen. Maritza Renee Buenteo. Luis Arturo Campos. Natalie Nicole Cantu. Gilberto Cárdenas. Jennifer A. Carithers. Karimi Castillo. Brenda Alicia Cavazos. Graduating cum laude, Flor Estela Cavazos. Crystal D. Cavazos. Graduating summa cum laude, Luis Adrián Cavazos. Reina Chavez. Carol Coronado. Giovanna Coronado. Alyssa Lynn Cruz. Jessica Curiel. Daniela de la Cerda. Araceli de la Garza. Irma I. Díaz. Melissa B. Diaz. Graduating cum laude, Maria Cristina Escobedo. Geori Yasmin Esparza. Ana C. Flores. Graduating cum laude, Jeanette Araceli Flores. Dalinda Fuentes. Alexandra Galvan. Rocio Gaona. Rachel Garcia. Graduating cum laude, Jeannie Marie Garza. Joanna Janet Garza. Graduating cum laude, Natasha Shiri Garza. Norma Diana Garza. Anne Genovese. Celeste Alicia Gonzalez. Andrea Gonzalez. Graduating cum laude, Carmen Alicia Gonzalez. Gladys Gonzalez. Lidia Gonzalez. Graduating magna cum laude, Rosario Grimaldo. Graduating cum laude, Esli Anali Gutierrez. Angela Guzman. Graduating cum laude, Nora Guzman. Alicia M. Hernandez. Yadira Hernandez. Cecilia Lorena Hinojosa. Graduating cum laude, Nereida Hinojosa. Vanessa Jimenez. Graduating summa cum laude, Xochitl Lara. Graduating cum laude, Ramiro Leal. Graduating magna cum laude, Anne Jeanette Loera. Karina Longoria. Iris Grisel Lopez. Graduating cum laude, Jessica Edith Lopez. Marlene Lopez. Michelle Lynn Lopez. Graduating cum laude, Ruth Ann Lopez. Graduating summa cum laude, Ruby Lee Loredo. Anika Marie Lozano. Graduating cum laude, Jeanette Lozano. Carrie Lynn Lozano. Graduating cum laude, Judith Marquez. Esmeralda G. Martinez. Jeanette Martinez. Marlene Martinez. Diana Iris Mena. Elizabeth Mendez. Lucila Guadalupe Mendoza. Graduating cum laude, Cindy Mireles. Marcela Mireles. San Juana Mireles. Graduating magna cum laude, Joanna L. Molina. Cidelia A. Monteagudo. Cindy Morales. Jennifer Marie Moreno. Graduating magna cum laude, Diana Elizabeth Moya. Ana K. Munoz. Flor Estela Munoz. Graduating magna cum laude, Marisela Perez. Melinda Yvette Perez. Graduating magna cum laude, Ana Karen Perez Garcia. Graduating magna cum laude, Marcy Lou Powell. Graduating cum laude, Hazel J. Quintanilla. Carla Abigail Quintero. Maria Elena Ramirez. Joanna Lisette Resendez. Graduating cum laude, Laura J. Reyes. Stephanie Nicole Reyes. Graduating cum laude, Maria S. Reina. Amanda Rios. Melissa A. Rios. Margot Denise Rodriguez. Graduating cum laude, Martha Alicia Rodriguez. Graduating cum laude, Blanca Alicia Sainz. Clara E. Sainz. Stephanie Sainz. Adriana M. Salinas. Claudia M. Salinas. Myra Leticia Salinas. Miriam Salinas. Graduating cum laude, Brandy Nicole Sanchez. Sarah Lee Sanchez. Esmeralda Sandoval. Graduating magna cum laude, Sofia Silva. Graduating cum laude, Angela Solis. Erica Michelle Solis. Marisol Solis. Brianna M. Tavares. Adriana Elizabeth Tamayo. Graduating cum laude, Esther Torres. Graduating magna cum laude, Yvette Guadalupe Torres. Elvira Treviño. Graduating magna cum laude, Mirna Lisette Treviño. Daisy Anel Urbina. Graduating magna cum laude, Mónica Criselda Urbina. María Josefina Vaca. Graduating cum laude, Ana María Valdez. Graduating cum laude, Yahaira Valdez. Alexandra Valle. María de los Ángeles Vargas. Nancy Natalie Vasquez. Graduating cum laude, Sonia Andrea Villegas. Graduating magna cum laude, Adela Waldo. Graduating magna cum laude, Anna L. Workentine. Hilaria Zapata. Olga Zapata. Mireya Maldonado Zárate. Candidates for a Bachelor of Science are Jesus Aguilar. Graduating cum laude, Isai Alanis. Emmanuel Barron. Kayla M. Carranza. Michael Henry Cavazos. Mireya Chavez. Linda Lamar de la Garza. Liliana de Leon. Roel de la Cruz. Eliazar García. Jaime García Jr. Kevin M. García. Lori Ann García. Ezequiel Garza Jr. Terlyn Garza. Israel González. José Pablo González III. Jamie Lee Jalomo. Blanca Estela Loera. Stephanie Ray Long. Ricardo Méndez Jr. Carlos Lorenzo Molina. Omar Ortega. Eloy Gastón Osuna. Annalie Ramirez. Oscar Mario Ramirez. Javier A. Reina. Omar Rios. Orlando Rios. Isaac Rojas. Graduating cum laude, Crystal N. Rojas. Graduating summa cum laude, Eric Michael Sainz. Oscar Sarmiento. Noemi Saucedo. Yvonne Iris Tomaselli. Jessica Torres. Jacob L. Trader. Adrián Isaías Valdez. Efraín Valdez. Graduating cum laude, Gracia Valdez. Jewel Valdez. Olak Vargas. Eloisa Yvette Vela. Mónica Cristina Villarreal.
Members of the class of 2010, congratulations to each and every one of you. You are the shining stars of Pan Am. You are our future. And better than anything else, you're now alumni of this great university. And I'm proud to bring you welcome from the alumni and being part of it. Pan Am will always be part of your alma mater. It is time to take the tassel from the right side and move it to the left side. You move it to the... You move it to the left side because it's over your heart now, to always remind you of what Pan Am is. Our alumni are very important. We want to keep you as part of our group. And I'd like to bring up one of our alumni, Thomas Isnega, to please say a few words on behalf of the alumni as he welcomes you as part of us. Thomas, please.
Good morning. Leadership, loyalty, lifetime. As a representative of the UTPA Alumni Association, it is a great privilege and honor to induct the class of 2010 into the University of Texas Pan American Alumni Association family. This is your day. This is a very special day. You and your parents have every right to be both proud and pleased with your accomplishments and with all that today means. You are graduating from an excellent university. Graduating, however, does not mean an end to your relationship with this institution. From this day forward, you become an alumnus of this great university. So for now, I challenge you to pass on what you have learned here at UTPA. Stay involved with the university, stay in touch with your humanity, and above all, always remember to give back. Congratulations on your achievement, and may God continue to bless you. Congratulations.
Graduates, please stay seated for a minute, but look out in the audience for just a second. Would all of the alumni, everybody who has graduated from Pan Am at some point, please stand out in the audience? We are no longer the university of only first generation. We have many alumni out there. And look at the stage and the people that are here. I see that many of you are wearing your memory stoles. That is a long tradition here at Pan Am, a tradition of giving your memory stole to someone else when you leave here today, someone who has sacrificed so that you could be here, somebody who has inspired you, someone who means something to you. You could not have graduated alone. Los madres y los padres, por favor, de pie. You could not have done it without your parents. And in the valley, you could not have done it without your grandparents. Los abuelos y las abuelas, de pie. And you could not have done it without your husbands, your wives, and your partners. Would the husbands and wives and partners please stand? Somos familia. We are family, and you will always be part of this great family. But you would never have made it without some very important people, some people that mean the world to me and to you. Will the faculty at UT Pan Am please rise? Faculty, please stay. Please stay. It is nice to be loved, and you are loved. And with that, graduates, will you please rise? And we will now begin the procession and leave, and if you will follow the faculty as they leave. Thank you to everyone who is here. Thank you for all you've done for UT Pan Am. And remember always, somos familia.